We're live? Ah, that's cool. Thanks for telling me, YouTube. Thanks, Susan, for everything you've done for me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hello. That's how people expect me to talk, right? Yeah. Well, we're back. We're gonna do it. Hopefully, better this time. I've spent, and I am not exaggerating one bit here, all fucking day trying to fix the technical difficulties that we faced yesterday. Oh, the fucking the view account works. Holy shit! Hang on, let me uncrop it so much. I didn't expect it to work, so I didn't think about it too much. Uh, there we go. Welcome everyone. Is the chat box a little high? No, chat box is good. Okay, everyone can hear me. That's brilliant. Oh, I love it when things work. Hello everyone. Okay, do you want to hear the story? Do you want to hear what I've been up to in the past 24 hours to make this happen? Because, oh man, it's probably not very interesting, I tell you that. Um, but it's the only thing I've been on my mind. Like, literally 15 minutes ago, I was like, what am I talking about today? What are the theories I have to discuss? Sound card related, it's tough to say honestly, but probably. So my chain's a little silly. I've got this Focusrite Sapphire Pro 26, which is a lovely piece of hardware. When most things are considered, but it's FireWire only, and FireWire devices when used on modern PCs just tend to have a bit of fuckarounds going on. Yeah, so the way actually I can show you this. Let me do that. Let me do that. So I will show you my screen. Yep, that's right. Hello chat. Look at you, my little chatums. So we've got this is Voicemeeter Potato. I use potato now, not banana. And what we've got going into here is the fucking ASIO inputs from my Sapphire Pro 26, and then that's patching through to the streaming software. And for whatever reason, it happened that like OBS just was nuking itself. No, OBS was like murdering the sound card, even though it's not actually directly interacting with it, or at least it shouldn't be. So I don't know. I think there's some exclusivity problem going on, but what I ended up doing was switching to a different streaming software. I was like, hey, I've got Streamlabs installed back from when I used to use it. I switched to OBS when I started this series of streams back in September because, I mean, I was a little annoyed about the lack of transparency about them using the framework from OBS without paying for a license or anything like that after they said not to. And they profit off that. It seems kind of scummy. And OBS is mostly just a better piece of software. But Streamlabs doesn't destroy my sound card at every given opportunity. There's no background on the chat box. Should I do something about that? Hang on. Sit tight, everyone. We're just going to fix that up a little bit. Actually, no, not for this scene. Fuck it. Okay. I'm just waiting for more people to roll in. Nah, OBS is a really good piece of software. It's just... It kind of lacks that professional sheen, which is, I guess, what Streamlabs is selling, but I also think that Streamlabs doesn't really prefer it. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, the Glidus Discord server? There's an invite link being spammed in the chat by our most fervent follower. He's doing the Lord's work. Okie dokie. But I also when I was doing all this research, I learnt how to patch ASIO inputs properly into Voicemeeter. So now the keyboard comes through really nicely, the same as anything else does. So that's good. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get started soon. By the way, Ondi, you can just use discord.gg/glidus. The custom invite link is still live. We might lose it if no one boosts the server in 2 days' time, but I mean, I'll just pay for it if we need to. You really want to take food out of my mouth like that? Yeah, so that was my day. What else have I done? I picked up a new monitor yesterday. No, I talked about that last time. God damn it. So really, I've spent I reinstalled every audio driver I had. Some graphics ones as well, just for the fuck of it. I should have uninstalled and reinstalled OBS now that I think about it. I got a new plugin for that, which didn't seem to do anything. You know, we used to play games in the Discord, and that we may do that. It's up to you, man. If you want to make that happen, make it happen. People are there are so many people in there. Like, I'm sure you'll find someone willing to do something. We still need one more boost, Andy. Yeah, just one more. But we're not here to talk about disco. We're here to talk about Game of Thrones theories. Well, no, Song of Ice and Fire theories. My favorite series of gothic horror novels. Oh god, there was more water in there than I expected. I also put a noise gate on the audio input so that you can't hear my chair squeaking so much. It's a good thing. It's good for all of us. Am I loud enough, by the way? Is everything all cool in the duel? Cool in the pool. There we go. Man, the stream actually looks good. Usually things have fucked up by now. And we're running at ultra low latency. That's crazy. I haven't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the great thing about ultra low latency is that I can see immediately when everyone's spamming the Fs. We don't have a command set up for Discord. That's a great idea. I think that's Emmy. But Andy basically responds to that anyway. Hi, I'm back, everyone. Oh, we have fun here, don't we? So that happens. It's a lot less of a fuck around to fix it now. I just have to restart. It seems pretty consistent this time, and I don't have to like physically run around the cables. I just have to like restart an input. There's definitely a better fix somewhere, but I don't know it yet. I think someone in the chat yesterday is an audio engineer who wanted to help me, but I was just too flustered to engage with them at the time. Yeah, it's just a mute button. I just didn't press the mute button. That's right. I am that stupid. Thanks for suggesting that. Shut the fuck up. Okay. I need a macro to auto restart the audio engine. That'd be good. So I guess the first thing we'll do is a little recap of what we did yesterday. Oh, I hate the transition. Hang on, I can do a better transition than that. Um, Hang on, is this good? It's better. See, the thing with Streamlabs is it doesn't have the cool like fractal transition I was running with in OBS. What do we have here? Motion. What does this do? I want to find out. Hang on, everyone. That's fucking crazy. I like that. That's really cool. Okay, well we'll stick with that. See how it just like yeets the chat window across? That's really cool. People. Dude, my fucking. Okay. Have patience, people. Maybe I should plug in that old sound card that seemed to be more consistent. It also shat itself sometimes. Nothing good happens. Ever. In fact, as soon as as soon as yesterday's stream ended, Alt Shift X messaged me and he was like, "Oh man, I feel that," because he used to use a FireWire interface as well, and apparently it kept fucking him up as well. That was a long time ago. Yeah. So the first thing we'll do is a little recap of what we did yesterday, for VOD purposes and also to catch people up. The thing Streamlabs does that I do like is you can just enable shit to record separately from the stream. So the chat box at the moment is not going to be recorded on the VOD. Actually, I could do it for the break screen, obviously. Hang on, let's just do that real quick. Yeah, but when I swap to the other scene, you guys will be able to see the chat, but it won't be there on the VOD, which I think is the best of both worlds. Because you guys get to engage in real time and see your little names pop up on the screen, and then when people look back on the VOD, they won't have to deal with your nonsense and the crazy shit you keep posting. And they won't have to see Andy spam the Discord invite 8 times a minute. Alright, that's enough of that for now. So let's move on along, and I love that so much. Look at it go. I'm such a fan. Okay. When the audio ducks out, by the way, which will happen, like it's not completely fixed yet. Just have patience. Yeah, it seems to be consistently fixed now. So there you go. I hope Nightbot isn't a bit too trigger happy. I hope that, you know, it's actually right in doing the things it does. I'm going to keep an eye on the audio output in OBS Streamlabs just to make sure. I'll look over there every 10 seconds to see if I'm still making it across the waves to you. You guys let me know if I'm too soft or if there's a robot voice happening, because apparently that can happen for whatever reason. fix, please. Okay, there we go. You don't have to spam F. Like we all know. I knew about that one instantly, so you don't have to do that. Maybe like just say it once. You don't have to keep saying it. Okay. The great thing about this is that because the chat box isn't going to be recorded to the VOD, I can just edit around. Like the people watching the VOD are going to be none the wiser. Okay, so kind of want to shrink the chat box a little bit. Is that all right with all you? Because it's really tough to see through the axis there. I could give it a background. I probably will do that. Actually, let's do it now. Fuck it. We're all. Whoa! Don't do that. We're all gonna you know, we're not here for too long, so let me just make a new thingy. That should be good. Color, and then put that there. Where is it though? Make it that. What the fuck? It's not working. I hate this game. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Screw it. Let's just get on with the show. So, last time we talked about these things that are currently on screen. It's also color-coded to indicate whether or not I think it'll be revealed ever. So, the first thing we talked about was A Song of Ice and Fire being a retelling of the Led Zeppelin song The Battle of Evermore, which I think, no, it's not, because The Battle of Evermore is actually a retelling of Lord of the Rings / The Wars of Scottish Independence, because you're allowed to do that when you're making art. You can integrate things from different places. And though George probably does like Led Zeppelin, I don't think they're as influential on him as Tolkien was on Robert Plant, for example. So there you go. That's a nice one, and someone could ask him about it, and I would encourage them to, but not too strongly. If you have something else to talk to the man about, please go with your heart. We talked about Danny miscarrying naturally as opposed to Rhaego being murdered by Miri, which Miri definitely. I think Miri definitely did something to Rhaego. I don't know if murder is the right word for it, but you know, there is a strong point that miscarriages happen, in like that's just an element of life. Thankfully, it's a much smaller. I'm pretty sure it's a much smaller element than it used to be. Child mortality certainly is much less of an issue these days than it is in the historical Song of Ice and Fire books, my favorite history books. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Miri did something, because of course I believe that she took Rhaego's soul and put it into the dragon egg. We talked about Miri seeing R'hllor and the Great Other in the flame, in the tent, in the shadows flickering in the tent when she was doing the blood magic ritual to fuckle with Drogo. I don't think that R'hllor and the Great Other exist. I think that Miri may have seen something that someone wanted her to believe was R'hllor and the Great Other, or that she would interpret to be R'hllor and the Great Other, but I don't think that she literally saw them. I like the connection that the person who submitted this made with a chapter at Winterfell a little later. I bet a lot of people probably were here yesterday, so we're just retreading the ground. But hey, fuck it. We talked a little bit about people warging people. Actually, that was the entire rest of the stream, aside from the technical difficulties. So we talked about all that. You can see it in front of you. You can see it in front of you. I think we will find out if Jon warged Ghost, and I think that he did, and I like the idea. That's the 3 pieces of information being conveyed there. That I like the idea, I think it happened, and I think we'll find out. You all know how to read this. Man, it'd be cool if I could plot it in 3 dimensions, have like a cube going on, where I can map a theory to a point in 3D space instead of having to color code it. Because then I can use the color coding for a 4th dimension, like how hot I think the theory is, or some shit like that. And then we can think of a fifth dimension to convey. If only you could read it. What's wrong? Oh, you're talking about... Okay, never mind. So I don't think I really need to go over anything much there. Let's just move on to the next theory in the list, which makes sure the audio's still rolling. I'm fucking terrified, man. Okay, so the next theory on the chopping block is... Not okay? Not okay. Okay, great. I'll let the one person who said mute, like, said mute. I hope that if they didn't and they've been here the whole time and they're like, press the mute button. Oh man. I do have a mute button. It sounds like this. Oh, it's not working. Oh, that's grand. Right, so the first theory we have today is that Mormont's Raven was warged. Mormont's Raven, of course, is one of the greatest ravens in literary history after Poe's. And is a little weird. Ravens, first of all, in the real world, are quite intelligent. I love corvids of all types. Ravens are my favorite of them, and I think they're beautiful birds, and they're so smart. They're just wonderful to watch. I want to make friends with the ravens that live down the road, but I haven't had the opportunity yet. Anyway, enough about how I'm a Tesla-style simp for birds. More about how Mormont's Raven is a fucking weirdo. That's right, corn. It yells words at you that, like, have meaning. And so, and it does a few things that lead people to believe that it's being manipulated by a greater outside force. Typically, the theory goes Blood Raven. Although Three-Eyed Crow, like, if we're rolling with the notion that they're separate things, which I think we should be, then it would be that and not Blood Raven, or maybe it would still be Blood Raven, but probably the Three-Eyed Crow. Probably whoever that turns out to be. I don't think anyone submitted that yet. I don't think anyone submitted the latest development in that theory's trend, which isn't new, by the way. What Preston's been talking about recently isn't entirely new. He's phrasing it in a new way. Don't get me wrong, and he's like, anyway, Mormont's Raven's being warged. Maybe I should change this to is. Nah, fuck it. Vuk. I like this idea a lot, and I think that it explains quite well what's going on. And given like where Bran's story is headed, I think it's quite likely that many of the events we've experienced in the past have been influenced by him or Blood Raven, right? Trying to bend things to fit their own will. Okie dokie. So, no, I don't think we will find out about this necessarily. I'm gonna give it this color. Yeah. I like it a lot. In fact, this is like a top corner for me. Maybe not quite that far. It's like here-ish. No, it's definitely less likely than John walking Ghost. It kind of has to go here then. Yeah. Like when you think about the kettle, Mormont's Raven being in the kettle when they were voting for John to be Lord Commander. Well, when some of them were, and then him yelling snow and like landing on John's shoulder. It's like, come on, man, what the fuck's going on here? Like, I don't know if George writes something like that without something sneakier going on, you know? like when Daenerys is chosen by magical animals, it's quite clear that there's magical fuckery going on. So why not Jon? You know. Yeah. So that's that one. Let's move on to the next one, whatever that may happen to be. I don't even know yet. Oh God. Oh shit. We're dude. That's. Excuse me. Please just work. Excuse me. Work. Okay. Great. Yeah. Spam gonna help out. If you can. Is it working? Should be. Is this the waveform? No, no, it's working. Okay. Alright, so we're going to talk about the idea that Craster is Bloodraven's bastard. So we know that Bloodraven spent some years at the Wall. He became Lord Commander. And oh my fucking god. I must emphasize, this is better than it was yesterday. Like, it's way more tolerable. And no, it has nothing to do with the internet, man. It's my fucking sound system, whatever's going on here. Um, I hope it doesn't like it's been happening more frequently. I hope that's not a trend. Maybe it's I have no idea. Let's just try and press on. Like this is better. This is way better than it was yesterday, guys. Okay, Crass is bleeding Blood Raven's blasted. Glaster is Blood Raven's blasted. So yeah, he spent years at the Wall and he became Lord Commander and then he fucked off north. And oh, what was it that Crass Okay, so thanks for sticking around, everyone. Um, what do we do here? I think I just set up the other sound card, and I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to come back in no time at all. Um, I don't know. Quite annoying, honestly. This shouldn't be happening. Like fuck it. We'll see what we can do. I've got to get through this, man. Like I've spent too long not doing these streams. I need to do them. I don't have time to not do them. I want to get through them. It's fucked up. And I don't even know, like, it's completely fine until I open streaming software. Oh, dude. I've got nothing, man. I wanted this piece of hardware because it's got so many inputs, and like, I dealt with it having FireWire input. I've done everything. I don't know what to do, dude. Like, I've scoured the internet for anyone who has the same problem I do, and there's nothing. It's fucked up. Anyway, Craster, of course, he professes. So I'm a godly man. So hang on, I'm just gonna bring it over here so I can keep an eye on the audio. Bloodraven, while in the Night's Watch, had a child with the wildling that grew up to do a lot of inbreeding. So I don't think it's too far past Bloodraven to have fathered a bastard, although he did love Shiera as far as we're aware. So the difficulty of this theory is Bloodraven breaking his love. I love how I'm just going now. And Craster is a bastard though, isn't he? Like canonically? Let me just confirm that before I preach it as gospel. Dude, everything's so teeny tiny on a new 4K monitor. Yeah, he's the bastard son of a man of the Night's Watch and a wildling woman. So and timely wise, it does add up for him to have been fathered around the time of Bloodraven's tenure as Lord Commander. So that kind of works out, and also dude. Okay, is it working? It's working. So the input on the sound card is showing up. Yep, it's good, and the mixer is like, yep. There's we're connected to the sound card, and then it's like, what input? What are you talking about? Anyway, Craster's weird in that a lot of people are like, how does he exist? Like how does he continue to, like, he's, man, it's so hard to think properly with all this shit going on. Right, so Bloodraven, Craster makes a deal with the others basically, where he gives them babies, and they don't murder him, and a lot of people, Craster gives them his inbred, disgusting, useless, fucked up babies, and people think that that's an intentional poisoning of their genetic material, so that the others aren't as threatening in the future, or as like to intentionally degrade them from within. And that sounds like a pretty Bloodraven-y thing to do, because he expressly is, I'm gonna teach you how to stop the apocalypse. Yeah, BR is Bloodraven. I thought that'd be clear. It's also Brendan. Yeah, Brendan. So I like this idea a lot. The only thing against it is Bloodraven's love for Shiera, which honestly we don't know that much about. Firstly, let's mark off that I don't think we'll ever be confirmed. Like, we'll never get this confirmed. For fuck's sake, just click on the color, dude. It's not that hard. 4-year-olds do this. Okay. Yeah, we won't hear about it. I really like it. Let's put it around here-ish. I think, it's a decent explanation, and it adds up mostly. And we know more about all the other stuff I talked about than we do about Bloodraven and Shiera. So, fuck it, let's put it over here. No, more here-ish. Just know that if John becomes Ghost wasn't in the way, it'd be a little bit higher. No, actually, I like it more than John becomes. Like, yeah. Nah, it's messy. Let's just keep it there. Let's keep it here. Right, yeah. We don't want anything here to be scuffed, do we? Hey. Oh, is it working? This is so weird. This is skitzed out. Gone? I don't think I am gone. I think I'm here. That was so weird. Because I didn't do anything. It just... Should I do that next time? Should I just not do anything? This is so fucked up, man. There's no telling what's gonna happen. Let's just try and get through it, because that worked out. That worked out there. The next theory, it's also Bloodraven related, and that's the Bloodraven is blood. I'll write out the whole name this time. Bloodraven is an other, and this is crazy. First of all, no, I don't think we ever will find out. Like, the books will never say, and then it turned out that Bloodraven was actually an other, but I only think that because I don't think it's true, and also I don't really like it that much. Let's just put that there for now, and I'll read through the submission. Let's hear the man out and see if he changes my mind, because it could happen. I like listening to people and their crazy ideas, their kooky ideas. No, there's no elaboration. It literally just says Bloodraven is an other, and that's the whole submission. They were like, "Yep, that'll do it." Who did this? They didn't even put their name down, dude. I think a few different things are happening. Resets. It's like trying to or something, and other times the mixer dies. I don't know. It's fun. Anyway, uh, block, and this one I'll give a is the big bad of the series. What is happening? Working. It most certainly has not. Punch it. Okay. Hopefully that's fixed it. Thanks for telling me, everyone. It... Hang on. Is this working? It... No? It's so confusing. I'm trying to monitor it and having my own voice like a third of a second after I'm speaking. It sounds fine. Okay, it should be okay. I have no idea why any of this is happening. So this one is that Bloodraven is like the villain of the story, and I don't like this because I mean, if Bloodraven is what you would call a villain, I mean, he definitely seems like not a good dude. But I think he most certainly thinks he's doing the right thing, whereas big bads typically, I mean, it's become more common these days for the big bad to like believe they're doing the right thing, as opposed to like the classic, Sauron wants to destroy. He's he's evil because it's fun to be evil. No, he was made to. It's a lot more complicated than that for Sauron. About this Bloodraven fella, the less I like him. Oh, I've just fucked everything. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so Blood. Hello? There's no telling. Yeah, so Bloodraven's entire story is about him to. That seems really. I hope it's not as bad as it looks. Makes no sense. Everything else is made like, okay, I can see that something is happening, but I just don't know what's causing it. But when it did that, I was like, what the fuck? um, is it okay now? Go back to how you used to do it. Oh, man. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, dude, great idea. Oh, you're so... Num, 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 num. Okay, so I think I've made it very slightly clear 3 separate times now that I don't like this. And I also don't think that no Bloodraven. I think he'll serve. You know, he will be a bad. He's definitely what will amount to an antagonistic force in Bran's story. Right, so in that sense, it's not wrong. And in fact, if that's what it said, I'd put it up here. But I think it's more like, more hereish. I really don't like it without outlines, especially with the coloring. And we'll definitely find out because I mean, if the story ends, we'll find out. Is what I mean. So I try and power through? Yeah, let's do it. There aren't too many left on my list. Actually, yes, there are. Hang on, I've got to read that submission before I just storm on through. Okay. Okay, so the way this person's put it is that George likes individualism a lot in his works, right? He writes about people. I think Preston Jacobs has a really great video about like determinism, the philosophy of free will in A Song of Ice and Fire, and yeah, basically boil that down, and that's what this person is saying. Is that Bloodraven is like the antithesis of individuality. Bloodraven and the children represent the collective mind that's coming for all a sense of eternal death, eternal static order. Which sounds like stuff that George doesn't like. It sounds like stuff I don't like, but I don't think Bloodraven and the children. I think people throw around that "and" with a bit too much of a cavalier. Nope. Yes. Okay. Was that sure? Bloodraven does represent a lot of ideas that like clearly doesn't like. Like Euron also clearly is not something of, as is probably Aegon or Daenerys. Stream's not dead. Shut up. Me angry. Keep fading out. That's strange. I'm fucking pissed. Like, what the hell? I don't even know what, like, I'm so annoyed. That time, everything went wrong. Yeah, hooray, I'm back. God damn it. Maybe it won't die for a little bit. Wouldn't that be cool? But hey, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty good to see when people are happy that you're back. Ugh. I wonder if the piano's still on. Hang on, let's find out. Oh, it is. Chords randomly. All right, let's pick it up where we left off. Fuck me. I was gonna do. Maybe we should do that now. Actually, no. We're gonna get through this. What was the last thing I was talking about? I haven't even thought about theories in a little bit. I've been busy. All right, Craster being Bloodraven's son. Yep. Oh no, then we talked about Bloodraven being the main villain. I don't think main villain is really. That's right. I was talking about characters that embody ideas George doesn't like. Bloodraven is certainly one of them, but sorry, I'm a bit loud. So would Euron and Cersei and Daenerys, you know, and Jon probably. I think the only person that George would agree with is Sam. Being the author self-insert. So, yeah, I don't think there is the big bad. Oh, let's go back to the screen. Hey, whoops, that's not Photoshop. There it is. Okay. Let's talk about the next thing, which is this person says that wildlings don't make sense. Wildlings don't make sense. Now, I'm going to leave this one white because it's kind of just like an interpretation. Why is it underlined? That is... What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Let's read out what this person has to say. What's the number? 154. Cool. We have... This is from Goji. Pretty much me thinking for 10 minutes about wildlings. As the wall wasn't built in a day, and if we assume wildlings are first men, none of them thought to move to the south or ask what the wall's about, or in case it was completed and they didn't realize the Night's Watch would just turn all these people away for what reason exactly. It's not like people in the south were that much more civilized initially. In short, wildlings make no sense. Oh, and the other part they said here is that wildlings are all offering to the others and the old gods, which I suppose is like the thing Craster's doing is something that they're all doing. They're off this time. Check, 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 check. Oh, hello. What the fuck? I have no clue what's going on. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for you. I have no idea why this is working. I closed Streamlabs twice and reopened it. Let's just. There's no time to explain. Where was I? All right, wildlings don't make sense. I think wildlings kind of do make sense. So the theory I read out just before. Hang on, I'll pretend as though it just happened for VOD purposes. Hang on, where'd chat go? My chat has disappeared. There it is. Hello, chat. No one understands streaming. It's made up. So I'm gonna leave this as white because it's just an interpretation. I think the wildlings do make sense because, I mean, what if the world wall was built in a day? And also, you know, cultures are going to try to continue in the place they perceive to be their homeland. I mean, that's one point. What else is going on in favor of the wildlings not being batshit? Alright, so the other person said that they're all sacrificing to the others just like Craster is. And yeah, I don't know about that because, I mean, they're all being attacked by the others, aren't they? Whereas Craster isn't. I mean, maybe Craster was going to be attacked by the others eventually, but if... I don't know. It seems as though the others... At least it seems to me that, in part, the others are motivated by self-preservation, but, like, you know, pretty much every other life form known to man. So, if they're... You know, why would they attack people who were giving them sacrifices? I don't think that makes sense. No, I think the wildlings make sense. So I don't really like this, and yeah. But let me just go over it one more time to make sure I'm not misrepresenting what I'm looking at. Yeah. What the Night's Watch would just turn all these people away for what reason exactly? Right. So. Maybe? Oh! I didn't even do anything that time. It just came back to life of its own volition. As I was talking about, self-preservation, right? Just like the others. What was wrong with my old system? That's a good... Well... Maybe I should have just stuck with it when I said I was going to give up. You know? Hang on, what's... Oh, that's weird. Whatever. To fix this. I thought I had a fix tonight, and then I got excited and I just jumped. I should have stopped as soon as it happened. Gotta work on this. I need to figure it out. It's fucking annoying. It shouldn't be